What's the deal? What's the deal? We back with another one, PolitiKan per usual. Artist interviews, man, industry, businesses. We do more, and we here. We're a platform for the people, man. So if you need that media, you need that press, you looking for to get interviewed, man, tap in, hit that link in the bio. You already know what to do, man. Let's get to it. But we got a special one, man. We got Pierre Go Crazy, man, in the house, man. Artist management. Manages Billboard artist Nam Jones, man. He's out here doing this shit. We're gonna bring him in, and you already know we got my co-host, that boy Khalifa. Let's get to it. What's the deal? What's the deal?
What's the deal, Pierre?
Yeah. Happy to be here. Man.
Yes, sir. So Pierre, man, introduce yourself to the people, man. Let the people know who you are, where you from, and what you do.
What's going on? What's going on, people? Check it out. My name's William. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will call William Pierre. You know what I'm saying? By way of Illinois, by way of California. That's where I am right now. Been out here for some years, just kind of getting the game rolling. Got my college degree. Studied sociology and also communications, and decided to pretty much start my own company and music management company in music, and it's called Heart of a Lion. You see the tagline right there below. Just got the chance to link up with some good people. Studied the game. I'm still a student of the game. I know a lot, but I don't know a lot. So, I'm just happy to be here, and that's what it is. We, keep pushing.
So Heart of a Lion, what was the motivation behind that name?
Yeah. So, when I first thought about what am I gonna call my company, I thought about values and, just like a couple of things that I live by personally. And, I'm also a Leo, so I thought, hey, I value, fiercefulness, being fierceful, getting the job done, and, just always on top of shit and just making sure you're adequately, pushing stuff through. So, Heart of a Lion, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, every day of this life, I try to give it my all. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I told myself when I first started this is like, if I'm not going to give it my all, I'm not going to do it, And I pretty much, was like, fuck it, I'm going to give it a try and see where it goes, see if I try my hand in this game and see how far I get, And so far, thankfully, I've been successful. And, I can plan on to keep being successful. And, that's just what it is. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I like that determination in words, man. You got to see it. You got to speak it. You got to believe it. Yep. All before it can happen. And if you don't miss on one of those, then it's not going to happen for you. And I think that people don't understand that is that you ain't going to just wake up and have that shit. You don't just wake up and trip over $1 million. It ain't going to just happen like that. Like, you got to see it. But you got to be ready for it at the same time. And a lot of people, they do a lot of shit, but they ain't ready for it.
Yeah. You know what, Dank? I'll agree because I heard somebody on, I'll be scrolling and I listen to a lot of empowerment people, and I was scrolling and my boy said, if you don't believe in yourself, how you gonna let others believe in you? When you don't believe in yourself, you automatically put that stigma onto people that he don't believe in himself. What I'm gonna do it for? You feel me? So that's real shit.
That part. And it, to be honest, it actually started with a vision too. Because when I was in college, studying communications and whatnot, I started to, get more. So the thing is, I've always loved music. You know what I'm saying? I've always been around music. I've always listened to all different kinds of music, studied different aspects of music, listened to biographies, watched biographies, stuff like that. And, did my fair share of research on like how different companies work, how labels work, how sub labels work, entities work, things like that. And literally, like it was like a light switch for me that just went off, because prior to that, I was in sports and stuff, and the more I studied the music game, the more I went studied this stuff in school and whatnot. Uh, One day I just went to sleep. I had a dream, man. Like I was just somewhere crazy, like and it was just like all these cameras, and you know, uh, it was just extravagant, man. And I woke up the next day and I was like, I guess God put it on my mind, like, hey, you need to make this decision. You need to go ahead and start this company. You know what I'm saying? And it just hit me just like that. And ever since, I was just like, you know what? This is it. We going with this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest, I didn't have all the money in the world, and I didn't have um, everything I needed to start the company at the time. But I kept chipping at it, and got to where I am now. So I would say, yeah, it's been a ride, for sure.
Hey, I fucks with you for that, because you know why? A lot of people look at us hard. We be working hard. We do a whole bunch. And I've seen you around, Pierre. You feel me? We've seen each other at these events. I fuck with you because a lot of people look at us and they be like, oh, these niggas got it figured out, and we don't need to support
Yep.
them and that. So I love the work
Yep.
ethic. You're gonna keep it
Thank you.
moving, just like you're supposed to. So I respect you for that.
Thank you. And hey, to add to what you just said, Khalif, yeah, that's a fucking unfortunate stigma, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I look a certain way, you know what I mean, don't mean, I'm just the guru of the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the first one to tell you that I don't know everything. I might know a couple things, but I still got shit I gotta figure out too. I just been blessed to make it this far. Some motherfuckers don't even make it this far. And hey, I just thank God every day, and try to learn as much as I can every day, and try to do something at least every day. And then the most importantly, just keeping it real with people. Just always being genuine, and everyone I encounter, I just try to see it from their perspective, and I keep it 100 with them, $1.50. I ain't got no reason to lie, no reason to lie to anybody or nothing.
I'm on.
That's just what it is. I'm gonna treat you as a person, even if you were a fan that came to watch one of my artists perform or something. You still, I'm gonna see you as 100% human. And honestly, I think the industry lacks some of that. People in our position, hey, they might belittle, regular people. I don't think that's fair. That's just being real.
That's real, bro. That's their integrity, though.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what age did you decide like that you were going to be in the music industry? I know you was telling us like in college that's when you decided to form the company, but is
Yeah.
this like something that you already knew you was interested in? You was just hesitant to get into. What age did you look at the music industry and be like,
Mhm.
you know what, that's what I'm gonna do?
Yeah. I'll say I started really getting into it and thinking about it at the age of 21. You know, uh, Throughout college, I used to work with different up and coming artists as well, and I kind of got my feet wet by doing that. And it was really like a bare bones type of situation where everybody's just getting it out of the mud. So me, I never like I'm the type of person that's like I'm not gonna do something, or get involved in something for that matter if I'm not doing giving my all. See what I'm saying? So even at that super primitive level, and we was just, learning the game, I took it very seriously. What I'm saying? Like work, and I kind of just from there, it stemmed from there, and I was like, you know what, this shit is actually cool. And then the more I did it, the more I was involved in it. Started checking out different events, different um, being in different situations with artists, and understanding how really things work from the background perspective and how business aspects works as well. Um, I started to love it more and more. And, I was like, well, you know what? I could probably, eventually make a living off this. And at the time, I was working a regular job, regular 9 to 5 job, and always, I had that as a backup, but I'm like, that's not my passion. You know what I mean? So I was like, I want to do something that's part of my passion. And at this time, too, I was already got it figured out that I probably wasn't going to be in the NBA, and shit, I was like, maybe this is like a backup plan that God gave me, you know what I mean? And he was just something he threw in my lap. It was like, if you work hard at it, you can make shit happen. It can make a difference for sure. So yeah, man, just ever since then, the age of 21, and my first that was I think that was my started my second year of college. Yep, sophomore year, and just started honing in on it, bro. Every year, everything I could do, possibly at whatever I was capable of at that time. Obviously resources started to open up, and here we are, for sure.
So Heart of a Lion.
Yep.
Give us the roster for Heart of a Lion as far as the
Yep.
artists that you manage.
Yep. So Nam Jones, he's Billboard charting, R&B sensation. By the way, he also got some new music on the way. Our latest, we did a holiday single. You go check that out at everything under Nam Jones, all streaming services. All I want is for Christmas. And we also got Barrington Henderson. He's a former leader of the former leader of Temptation, sorry, and current leader of Stylistics, old school R&B, soulful R&B. He's one of the guys I work with kind of one-on-one as well. And him dealing with him is kind of an interesting situation, because he's a pioneer the game. And, a lot of the times, I see him, he kind of coaches me in the way, and helps me out on certain things. And, with him, it's kind of like redeveloping his career because he's already been successful, multi-Grammy winner with the Temptations previously. So now it's like on another tip, and, we're starting a solo career, which is some fucking bangers, man. I don't know y'all. I know y'all listen to the hip hop game. Y'all know about Larry June. They Worthy. A lot of their samples is from the 80s and 70s R&B. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, hey, that sound is coming back. So it's kind of a promising time for him. And also, I have another artist too. His name is Shalon Anderson, and he's an up and coming R&B artist. Still finding his footing. You guys ran into him a couple times, I believe, when we come out. He's kind of a pop R&B artist, things of that nature. And yeah, he's planning on releasing this upcoming month, actually next month. Got a new single coming out, Wanna. So be on the lookout for that. It's a straight banger. So promise to get these girls going in this summer too. Hot Girl Summer. Shout out to Hot Girl Summer. Yep. And yeah, man, and I got like a bunch of other producers and DJs and stuff. A couple things I took in under my belt as well. I won't speak too much in detail of it, but just know I got a couple international sounds, that's gonna be being put to the table soon as well. So I'm excited for that too, because we have the U.S. We got our own music like what we like here, but the international sound, just bringing that sound and being able to supply some of that sound here in the States is a blessing to me. So hope you guys, the public, everybody, enjoys it as well when it comes out. So be on the lookout for that too this year.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So out of that roster, man, I ain't trying to ask you who your favorite artist is, but I will ask you, what is your favorite track from any of those artists that you mentioned that the people need to go check out right now? If you had to pick one track from one of them artists, what would that track be, man?
Okay, so starting with Nam Jones. Actually, he actually has two tracks I like, really like. I like all my artists' music, but if I could highlight a couple tracks, I would say off his album Complicated. Complex. Sorry, uh, Around the Clock and Leo. Those two. Around the Clock is a good. If you guys heard it, it's one of those ones that gets you started. Like you be like, okay, I could be chilling in the room, uh, just quiet and just fucking down, and that track come on, and next you know I'm jumping. I'm looking for where's some that goddamn Hennessy at or some tequila or something. I want to get popping.
Okay.
And Leo is one of them tracks that really hits home. I'm like I said, I'm a Leo as well, so and he's also a Leo too. And we kind of related on different things, and he discusses a lot of his personal experiences in his songs. But always throughout his music, I've seen some of my experiences as well reflect in his music. So it's very interesting. With Barrington Henderson, his track from '98, way back, was a track called "Stay" with the Temptations, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's a real good R&B single, and I believe he got a Grammy for that as well. So, yep. And with Shalon Anderson, it's gonna have to be one as well. But I ain't gonna tell you why that's my favorite. I'm gonna just let y'all hear that one when it come out. Just know it's gonna be popping for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, next one I gotta get to, man. So, what do you think about the current state of hip hop and R&B, man? From the management standpoint, a lot of artists don't have A&Rs, and the A&Rs are the ears that critique the music before the streets get it. So the streets are just getting all type of raw music. I mean, a lot of music isn't mixed and mastered, like but a lot of it, is so microwave that it doesn't need to be mixed and mastered, and need all of that extra production because it's gonna be here and gone just as fast. You put all that extra sauce on it, for that short shelf life. So, what are your current thoughts on current state of hip hop and R&B, man? What you think about?
I feel like it's definitely, first of all, it's the digital age. You know what I'm saying? It's a very trendy age as well. I feel like hip hop is in the front run right now. Thanks to platforms like TikTok, Instagram as well. R&B kind of fell in the background, and we already heard the hashtags and R&B ain't dead, and different things about R&B. Everybody's gossiping right now. But personally, I feel like the hip hop and R&B right now in the industry is lacking. It's the soulfulness. Like back in the '90s, you had that real hip hop. Early 2000s, you had that real hip hop. And it hit you. You listen to anybody's tracks from back then, it hit you. Same thing with R&B. It'll hit you. In hip hop, you had the Tupacs and the Biggies, and the Cats from No Limit. The list goes on and on and on. R&B, Usher, fucking Shanti, Leah, the list goes on and on and on as well. Now it's just kind of like, you got the Bryson Tillers, you got hip hop side of things. What's her name? Glorilla. Everybody's making good music at the end of the day, but it's just, I don't know. There's just like it's not hitting as like it used to, and that could be to blame for the labels. What's the agenda? You know what I'm saying? What sells? What's trendy? And a lot of that equates to numbers. You know what I'm saying? And who got the best numbers and stuff. We're gonna roll with this because this is what the numbers is telling us. So I think personally, there's a lot of other good music that's out there that's not being heard, and that's probably the blame to the A&Rs. You know, they hear a lot of this stuff before it comes out. You know, so I feel like, again, like a lot of it is just agenda based, and you know, we don't have the gatekeepers anymore thanks to the social media. So you know, the labels are kind of like taking it upon themselves to, you know, like create some longevity between, you know, these genres and the music that's actually coming out. Because at the end of the day, they still got to get their vita and their money on their contracts, you know, aka the artists that they deal with. So, you know, I feel like, yeah, you know, it just stems back all the way back to the art, to the labels, you know. And but as a listener, you know, you probably people wouldn't understand that, but you know, us all three of us being, you know, in the industry and stuff like that, you know, we understand.
That's real. That's real. So you talk about like the current state of it, but like a lot of artists, because they can have like their own distribution and they got like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what is it, Distro Kid and these
Yeah.
different type of distributions where they don't want to cut the management into 15, 20%,
Yeah.
10% of their money. So a lot of artists are choosing not to have management and representation.
Yeah.
And what do you think about that? And what is your pitch to artists as far as why they need management? Like, what is the in this current era of independence?
Yeah.
Why does an independent artist need management?
Well, I kind of, you know, I picture like this, like, you know, you're your own person. If let me explain to you guys. So like, you know, like an artist, I can meet an artist on all different kind of levels, right? So I've met artists on that's just coming into the game, as well as I met artists that already established themselves and they already know what's going on at the table. They already know how to distribute music. They already know how to uh, read contracts. They already know how to cut deals and, you know, things of that nature. Um, you know, so what I tell them is, hey, it's pretty simple. You know, this is what I provide, and you know, this is the rooms and things I could get you into at this moment. I'm pretty, you know, black and white about that. Um, you know, as you also know, this industry is forever competitive. You know, you kind of want to have real people around you and somebody to watch your six. You know, if he was in the fucking army, um, you know, and I kind of live by that as well because, you know, if you got my back, I got your back. You see what I'm saying? Vice versa. That's why when I talk to people that I know and people I've worked with and people I've dealt with, I always consider them as my brother. You know what I'm saying? So, because it really comes from the heart. So, you know, when an artist comes to me or they ask me a question like, well, okay, well, what can you do for me, right? So, hey, look, you know, this is what I can help you with. I could help you develop you as an artist from the music perspective and from the artist perspective, you as a person, because once you start putting content out there and putting music out there, that's what the world is gonna perceive you as. You know what I'm saying? So most artists say like, "Oh, I know how to do music," you know, but I don't quite understand. You know, if what would I do if I'm in a situation where my character is getting defamed? You see what I'm saying? Or, you know, what do I do when uh, I accidentally didn't read the fine print or in a contract, or this reads a different way, you know, or whatever. You know, can you help me with that? That's up my alley. Um, you know, and then it's just, you know, a lot of it's situational basis, you know, and um, every situation is unique. Every artist is unique in their own way. For example, Barrington Henderson, I work with him with shows. You know what I'm saying? Shows and music, like bona fide content for his music. You know, and and it devours all the way down to artworks. Because when I started doing this, I kind of sharpened my pencil in all areas. So the person that works with me is kind of a one-stop shop. And like I said before, like I don't know everything, but I do know a lot to get people to the next level and get them out there. So, if they're down with that, then shit, we can make some money together. We can work, And I'll be honest too, like I'm not the type of manager or representative to work with where I ask for a lot of money up front. Sometimes I don't even ask for money up front because me having the artists succeed and fucking making themselves a fucking household staple is more important than taking $200 or $300 off the top. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it honest.
Hey, let me ask you something. So, on the same subject, do you think it's necessary for management for independent artists? Or okay, so it's necessary.
Oh, you said, yeah. No, most definitely, because
And that's any artist, any upcoming artist, whether
yes, 1,000%. You all like if you're an up and coming artist in this game today, get you an manager. Get you somebody in your corner, somebody that you could be like, hey, take a second look at this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're not bullshitting. Come with me to here because honestly, this industry, bro, this is like the fucking Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like say like I'll give you a perfect example, right? So I was at some event, I forget what event it was, some red carpet event. And I happened to run into an A&R. I think he was like an A&R. He was A&R for, I think it was UMG, Universal Music Group. And there was other artists there, and it was kind of like social mingling and whatnot. We came across the topic. I was already chatting it up with the dude, and this other guy comes over, and we start talking about music. Come to find out, the third person is an artist. So then, what does he do? Elevator pitch, right? So the first question that comes out of this dude's mouth, the A&R, is like, okay, who's representing you? You see what I'm saying? So on the flip side, that kind of took me by surprise because I was like, I always thought like, okay, artists could do it both ways. They could survive and be adequately sustainable without a management and have management and still do good. But for someone of his nature to ask that first question really struck me, because now it's like, okay, the higher ups are, seeing the artist as a pawn in the sort. So if an artist has a management on their corner, and you can even go as farther as this. And a lot of people don't know this. If you're an artist and you have, someone like me in management, and then you guys all have an LLC or someone has an LLC, you're now considered an entity rather than just a regular artist. So when you sign those contracts, dealing with the labels and whatnot, if you choose to go down that route, you're looked at as a constituent, of that bigger umbrella. Okay. Then you could work out the cash. Hey, look, I want, instead of y'all giving me, let's just say, fucking random numbers, right? This is made of 70 or 70-40, right? You can negotiate higher, and probably get it because you're your own entity. And they see the value of you, and because you're behind your belt, they're like, okay, this motherfucker could wipe us out. It's kind of like this situation happened with Doja Cat. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but she has one of those contracts where she could opt out if there are any album she drops. And for me personally, that's the best situation you could ever be in as an artist.
Okay.
It's about what you bring to the table to these labels and shit. You know,
You
about what you bring to it. It's not just enough to have music.
think
Everybody make a track, bro.
that's what I need to hear, William.
You know, but like, are you an entity? That's what they want to know.
Thank you.
That's how you avoid them 360s. You know, that's how you avoid all the fuckery. You know,
no, that's what I mean. Like, basically, can you run a label?
There you go. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the more knowledge you know as an artist, like if I was an artist, I would want to know everything I can. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn management shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn distribution. I want to learn motherfucking everything there is to learn about being an artist. Every single thing, I want to learn it. So nobody can tell me anything, and I know exactly how everything's moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. You know.
That's the point of me asking you that question, bro, because you know how I just told you, perception is a motherfucker. A lot of people think I got shit figured out and I got a whole team of management and all that shit, which I don't. I just got my niggas, my politic and broadcasting niggas, and that I don't have no management or nothing. So that's what made me ask you that. Like, do you think it's necessary? Because everything you see me do, Pierre, I just been doing it with my team, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like you see me at, bro, I just been doing DK, that boy Khalifa. You feel me? Like I feel you what you saying that I gotta be an entity because I am a whole fucking entity. You feel me?
Yeah. That's why branding is so important. That's why branding is so important. That's why every artist is coming out with their own brand. You know what I'm saying? They starting to realize because, you know, this phone like this right here, this is a fucking computer. This has so much information if you choose to use it the right way. So a lot of people were tapping into that and understanding like, okay, this is what it takes. It's not just enough for me to release music and, you know, release it on SoundCloud or release it wherever, you know, they choose to release it and, you know, do a show. No, you gotta fucking understand what numbers are. You gotta understand what a beat is. You gotta understand how numbers move, how, you know, graduals are. You know, you gotta, you know, it's really a full-time gig, man. You know, and being a management, it's just being a manager. Sorry, is just all that in the background without the music. You know what I'm saying? So, and actually, I wanna touch on this too. You know, like when I first started. And you know, obviously ask for other people's opinion, right? Like I asked, like, hey, like, you know, what would you think if I started my own company? Meanwhile, you know, nobody knew about this. You know, everybody I asked thought it was a fucking joke. You know, like, nah, you ain't gonna do this. You know, or you don't. I don't see you cut out for it. This that, stay with your job, and you know, just all this like negative energy, man. You know, so I'm like, okay. You know, that's cool. So I just kept doing my research, but believe it or not, I heard so many no's, bro, at the beginning. So many fucking no's, dog. Like just no, man. It was unbearable, you know. But you know, the good book teaches us though, like when you on that brink of, you know, doing what you're supposed to do in life, it's gonna be the hardest step you're gonna ever have to take.
Definitely.
It's the hardest thing you ever did in your life. You know?
That's real. So to wrap this interview section up, man, we got to get to your last thoughts on what's next for Pierre in 2023, man. What you got going?
Okay. Oh man, a lot, man. So, you know, going back to it, Shalon, you know, we're releasing a track called Wanna. You know, that's gonna be a hit. Hopefully song of the summer, you know what I mean? For Barrington Henderson, we got a lot of shows coming up. You know, one of my like I'll just use the word teammates. You know, we're actually just started to do the show on the 29th. It's a good partner of mine, and we plan on opening up, you know, some more dates and stuff like that. So and also releasing new music, you know. So the old Branson Henderson is not going to be the same. You know, we got some content and some new music coming out that's make be a problem. We'll just say that it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna create a lot of static, and yeah. And for far as for Nam Jones, you know what I'm saying. Also, new music on the way. Be on the lookout for that. You know, R&B sensation, man, and hopefully, you know, we got a couple more, you know, side gigs as well, national anthems, performances, things of that nature as well for this year. And as far as for me, you know, I just hopefully, you know, everything, all the pieces are to continue to fall into place, and you know, I continue to get bigger and bigger, you know, and start working with the right people as I already am. And, you know, hopefully this thing gets bigger than me. You know, it's already bigger than me, but, you know, hopefully it just continues to expand, and, you know, eventually becomes a household name. So, yeah, man, you know, and then by the end of 2023, it's going to be groundbreaking, for sure, for sure.
I
Yes,
love
sir.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yep. And hey man, I'll take everybody with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one thing about me, man, I don't forget nobody that ever fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said earlier, I appreciate y'all, you know, for having me here and whatnot. And, you know, it's not no one off, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit my phone up anytime, man. So, you know.
I'm
For
definitely
sure, man. Well, I want to see it all make it, you know. So that's all goes to the top, you know, and then that's what it is, God damn it, you know. So
Sir.
I'm definitely tapping with you about some management shit, man.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And I want to tap in too with Sinatra right now. There's a bit too about him being a shooter. You know, I got a couple of
Hey, man,
projects. You know,
let's get it.
that you
Ready.
know, that's gonna
Yes,
need
sir.
it. Yeah, man.
So let's get to this right now,
Mhm.
man. We got Nam Jones. So
Yeah.
this is a cover. What song is he covering right here, man? We're doing a live review. So
Yep.
let us
And
know back.
that's Money Long's Hours and Hours.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. So this was one of like the most popular R&B songs
yeah,
in the last few years, man. This song hit the world by storm. Everybody was singing this.
yeah,
That's all you
yeah,
can hear is hours and hours and
yeah.
hours.
And you know what's crazy too is that you know one interesting fact about Nam Jones is that he has the dynamic vocal ability. He has
Mm-hmm.
that dynamic range. So and that's he showcases that every time he does a national anthem. You know,
That's
for those gigs. And, you know, and y'all do know that you know the national anthem was written as a poem. It's not actually written as a song. You know, and it was never meant to be sung as a song. So for somebody to go in there and sing that motherfucker perfectly, hey,
shit.
that's a if we were talking about sports, we would say he a dog. You know what I'm saying? That
Sir.
motherfucker right there. You know what I mean? The same thing with this track, you know, vocal ability, dude. So yeah, man, let's see it, bro. Let's see it. I think
All
we'll
right,
see
let's get to this Nam Jones.
Now, usually I don't do this, but can I sing for you?
Let's hear it. See what you got.
Can I? Yours, mine, ours. I can do this for hours. Sit and
So
talk
who's
to
the
you for hours. Wanna give you your flowers in the champagne shower. Order shrimp and lobster towers, but it's me that gets devoured. Ooh, what you do, what you do, I'm empowered. You give me a
all this.
superpower. Together the world could be ours. Sit me up on the top. Yes, shower. Don't last. When we finish, I'm hours and hours and hours. this for hours and hours and hours. We can do it. In hours, yeah,
That piano, man. Who play that
we
piano?
can do hours and hours, hours and hours. We can do this. Can I get the sheets wet? Broke the bed set. Bet the neighbors know my name. Wanna know? Can't you again? I love to hear you. Should I take you down? And now, and I want to whisper to you for hours. Make you I wanna make. Can I make you breathe? And hours, I'm whisper. Let me whisper. Yeah. We're gonna make the best hours. Hours. I for you. For hours. And hours. I'm gonna spend. And hours. I'm gonna caress you for hours. Yeah.
That view is crazy.
Sheesh.
Hey, yeah, that view.
Yeah. Brown Jones, man.
Jones, man.
Who chose that location, man? Who was the shooter, man? Who was who was the shooter right
Oh, you said who's the shooter? He chose that location. It was shot downtown LA, rooftop, and it was really important to get that background right there. Just for that that point, that little last point where it fades out. It was really resonating. Especially with the chords of the song. It's one of those ones for sure. But a lot of his music though is like that, dude. Like it's resonating. You know what I'm saying? It's very resonating, very resonating. And I think give credit to his voice again. He just has one of those voices that's timeless in a way, for sure. In my opinion. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now we're gonna get to the winning teams. Rapid fire questions, man. DBK, go ahead with it.
Yes, sir. You already know what's going on. DBK, that boy Khalifa, the ghetto rock star, the winning team, man. These are William Pierre. These are 10 rapid fire questions that I think the people would like to know real quick, real fast. You already know. So what's the most challenging thing for you as a manager in this game?
What's the most challenging thing for me as a manager? I would say understanding the artist on a personal level, because the best relationships is the best work relationships is working with somebody that you can see as your friend, so it's never like an awkward exchange or never really a disagreement. It's just really, working with new people it's very important for me to work my best after I understand who they are as a person. Because a lot of the times who they are as a person equates to who they are as an artist. So, once I have that figured out and, we gel together, sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. Good answer, man. That's what I'm talking about. And what next question, number 2. What city you said you was from again originally?
Illinois.
Illinois. So, what's your favorite spot to eat out here in LA
Yeah.
and Illinois?
Let's see. Favorite spot to eat in LA. God damn, there's so much good food, man. Shit. Okay, favorite spot. Damn. I really fuck with the taco trucks. The taco trucks, man, I can't go wrong, you know? Shit. There's a lot of good food, man. But I'm gonna just keep it general. All right. I'm gonna say the tacos is really good. You know, taco trucks is really good. Anything like in the truck or like those like little hole in the wall. Actually, you know what? I even take that back. There's this Ethiopian spot off Fairfax. It's called Mercado's Ethiopian. Mercado's Ethiopian.
Okay.
And that's Ethiopian food. Flight, bro. Flight. I try to go there at least once a month. So try to get that it's like a residual for me, man. That shit's so fucking fire. And also I would say, who's better, man? Harold's Chicken.
In Illinois?
Yep.
What is it called? Harold's?
Harold's Chicken, yeah. And they built one in Hollywood too. But I haven't been up there yet.
We're gonna definitely check it out, man. It's originated in Illinois, though, right?
Yeah, Harold's. I got a bunch of them. Yeah.
Harold. You already know. All right,
I don't know about I'm not gonna speak on the one in Hollywood because I don't know. You know.
I feel you.
I'm not gonna say, man.
I feel that. That's like them putting the Tams out there in Chicago.
Or like a fucking what's that? You're gonna put an In-N-Out up in Utah, you know.
So let's keep it moving, y'all. Question number 3. If you can A&R any collaboration of your choice in the industry, who would that collaboration be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would have to say. Oh, are we talking what genre? Just anybody in general, or? Huh?
Any genre.
Any genre? Okay. I want to say J. Cole and Mac Millen collaboration.
Okay, J. Cole.
Mac Millen, R.I.P.
Okay, for sure. That's dope.
Yep.
That's dope. I can respect those two artists right there.
Yep.
So question number 4. Would you rather your artist to sign to a major label or stay independent, and why?
Ooh, awesome. Another good question. It really depends on their character, you know. So if I have pointers, they give me pointers that, they want to go either route, and, I agree to that, then that route, I feel like would be appropriate. But moreover, it's just, every situation is different, right? So like some artists, can actually sign a contract and be good, like as far as their career will succeed and excel with, upon them signing that contract. Others, not so much. They might be better off doing the independent route. It really depends on the artist and how they want to take their career and, how fast they want their career to excel. So like a lot of times I'll say, like, if you want to take the short route or you want to take the long route, but this is the side effects of each. You know what I'm saying? So which ones are you more comfortable with and which ones appeals to you as an artist in your artistry? you know, and then we you know, bust it down from there. You know, so I'm not opposed to either or, you know, and you know, even if we go down, I'm gonna work just as hard as we go down the contract route or do the independent route. I'm gonna work just as hard on both sides of the spectrum. So it really it's up to you, like, you know, as an artist, like which you would want to do. No matter what, I'm still in your corner. You know, it's gonna be a little different if we do it this way as opposed to this way. You know, but one of the things, like, you know, I established was like, you know, once we work together, I'm always being in your corner. You don't have to worry about no fuckery or anything like that. Or, you know, it's always a discussion when, you know, we make decisions. It's never like I'm just gonna make a decision on my own without you being informed, or, you know, vice versa. You know, same situation.
Good fucking answer. Hey, I respect it. Man, you sound like you really care about what's going on with your clients and your artists, and you really want to see them win. So I respect that. Question number 6. What's some advice or tips you can give? Oh no, I'm sorry. Question number 5, y'all. Question number 5. What's a major project? Excuse me. What's a major project one of your artists has coming up, and their fans should be on the lookout for?
Nam Jones R&B project. I'm not gonna give no names, you know, I'm not gonna give any details, anything like that. But if you listen to Complex, just know, like, it's gonna be just as fire, if not more. But, you know, it's gonna be one of those ones for sure. Here to stay. Here to stay.
Yes, sir.
Also, moreover, we're on track too. Be on the lookout for that too. That's gonna be a headbanger.
Okay, let's go. Nam Jones, man, make sure y'all tap in. Y'all already know, and y'all heard him. William Pierre crazy. So now we on question number 6, y'all.
Yep.
Don't stay with me. You did. What's some advice or tips you can give upcoming managers that's in the same work as you?
Okay. Always stay resilient. You know, always stay resilient, stay honest, stay true to the game, stay true to the people you work with. You know, don't jump the gun. Don't be one of those guys that asks for everything up front. You know, work with the person. You know what I'm saying? If you can work with the person, you can both win. There's enough food here at the table for everybody. You know, it's just how you want to do it. You know, if y'all get along, the best situations is, you know, if you could look at your business partner and see them as a friend, or you could look at your business partner and don't see a hierarchy. So a lot of times, the guys I work with, I don't see them as under me. We're all on the same level. So I'm saying, we just have different tasks to do. You know. Like if this was an aircraft, one person's flying the aircraft, one person's attending to the customers, one person's making sure all this shit up here, and, you know, we looking at the graph over here. We got everybody doing something. So as long as you guys can stay on the same page, you know, definitely continue that situation. If not, maybe it might not be a good situation. You might want to, you know, look for different options. I will also say, you know, as a manager, it's also important to keep the artist informed on everything that's going on, you know, and including numbers as well, you know. And there's the same energy needs to be reciprocated from the artist as well, you know. And that person being a manager, that's up to them to make sure it's happening. But it's a very, you know, I've seen a lot of situations go bad because, you know, one person feels like, you know, they're not equally a part, you know, of the situation. You don't want a situation like that where an artist feels like he's at work when he talks to you, you know, or when he's not working on something, he like checking in with the fucking boss and shit. That's the worst situation you can ever have.
For sure.
The manager and artist relationship. So yeah, just follow those things, and, you know, you'll be all right. For sure.
Y'all hear that, managers? Tap in. Y'all need some tips. Y'all already know. Question number 7, man.
Yep.
How was the spark? And I know you answered this earlier, but what sparked the inspiration of Heart of a Lion Entertainment?
Ooh. So, like I was saying earlier, like I studied a lot of it in college, did a lot of outside research. Was blessed to work with, a couple of cool people and shadow people earlier on. Um, you know, it was kind of like a flip of the switch for me. It was kind of just like God told me, like, hey, this is what you need to do in life, and that's just what it is. So if you want to miss your opportunity, you could do this, be successful, or you could wish you'd done this and been successful. So, and what confirmed that was like people that I don't even know, man. Spiritually tapping people, came to me and told me like, hey, you know what, you want to like that, because I'm always the type of dude. I'm a little bit skeptical, when it comes to these things, and I believe them, but it's like surreal for me. So like for someone that you don't know, and they come and tell you the same thing, it's like, all right, okay, cool. This is what it is. So,
Yeah, confirmation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't even argue. I'm like, this is what it is, and he helped me come up with the name and everything, man. I just gotta thank him, man, for sure.
Okay, for sure. That's dope, man. Respect. You already know. Question number 8. Y'all already know. DBK. Make sure y'all stay tuned in.
Yeah.
Do you write your own music?
Say that again.
Do you write your own music? Are you an artist?
Do I write my own music? No, I do not, unfortunately. I do help out with the writing of other music, for artists and stuff like that. I do help out with a lot of context and delivery, and sometimes just I do write flat out lyrics for me. So, but for me to have my own music, nah. I'm not opposed to it though, but definitely like I'll have
For sure.
for sure. Yeah.
Sir, you already know, man. I had to ask you. You
Yeah.
you look like you do it all, so I had to ask. So, number 9.
Maybe
This
in
question.
the future.
This question is due to performance right organizations. Do you express to your artists and upcoming artists that performance rights organizations are important in this music industry?
Oh, most definitely, man. Things like ASCAP, I use ASCAP as an example because everybody should have ASCAP. If you don't have ASCAP in your artist or a producer or any other entity involving with music and performances, then I don't know what you're doing.
Thank
you. You're wasting your time.
Here. Answer, sir. You already know. So, question number 10, last question, but not least, man. What's your ultimate goal? What's the ultimate goal you want to accomplish this year?
Okay. This year. Okay. I wanna be. I wanna start laying down the seeds of being a household name, and having all the people I work with become household names and relevant in our communities. I understand it's going to take a lot to do that. We already kind of are household names, but like, we want to be on the level to where you step out and people know who we are for goodness that we do in this past, for sure. To add to that, moreover, to add to that later on, later in my career, I do want to provide resources and equipment, for adolescents and children that may not be as privileged to learn these things and want to get into the music industry. And I kind of want to set up a center like that, for sure. Whoever wants to help me with that, we definitely get our heads together and do that. Sure. That's like a long term dream of mine.
Dope.
Just building it up, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you already know what's going on. DBK, that boy Khalifa. That was the end of my rapid questions. You already know what's going on. Shout out to my squad. PolitiKan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get up out of here in this, man,
Yep.
let everybody know where they can find you and where to check out your latest content.
Yep, for sure. Everything is under Pierre Go Crazy, or you could search up Heart of the Lion on Instagram, all social medias. You can find any content released through there temporarily. I'm gonna have a website back up and running real soon, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, in the meantime, just go ahead and tap in on Instagram at Pierre Go Crazy or at Heart of the Lion. And, feel free to ask me any questions or anything of that nature. Anything, you know what I mean? I'm pretty reachable, I'm not like one of those people that, don't respond to messages and stuff like that. So just feel free to hit me up, I'll get back to it when I can, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get up out of here, man, you already know, PolitiKan per usual. Tap in, get your interviews, man, get that exposure. Platforms like us, we provide platforms for the people out there. So make sure y'all tap in, get your exposure, man. Link with us. Check out DBK new video, man. Smoke out right now. Shout that out, DBK.
Man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we up out of here, man. I don't know what y'all gonna do with y'all life, but I'm gonna get to it, man.